Hello, my name is Philip Totaro. I'm the founder and CEO of market research firm IntelStor. Welcome to your weekly dose of truth to power. Truth to Power examines data driven insights for the energy sector with a focus on renewables. On this week's episode, I'll discuss the pending changes to the day ahead market in California and the Western United States and the impact that will have on renewable energy curtailments as well as capacity additions. Well, after a few weeks off to relax and also work on a new global renewable energy market forecast, we're back this week on Truth to Power. That forecast will be the subject of a number of new episodes in the coming weeks, so please stay tuned for that. You're not going to want to miss it. Today, I want to talk about this new day ahead market that is being rolled out in the Western United States. In January 2026, a new day ahead market will be available to CAISO and other Western ISO participants. Day ahead markets offer an energy trading and market balancing mechanism that can exceed the scope and capabilities of a spot market. Spot markets are meant for short term imbalances in supply and demand and are usually settled during the course of a single day. As the name suggests, a day ahead market provides energy traders and power generators with the opportunity to anticipate things like adverse weather conditions or other major events that would cause a potential supply imbalance. The spot market offers limited correction to an imbalance between supply and demand. The quote unquote on the spot nature of this market is to offer extremely short term solutions for independent power producers to sell excess power to those who need it or else face a possible curtailment. The issue with this intraday solution is that it can only cope with a small amount of market imbalance. Specifically for renewable energy, we have a variable fuel source. The amount of wind or sun during the day that powers wind energy or solar power plants can vary widely throughout the day. A sudden sustained wind gust for a few hours or an unexpected weather front that causes a significant amount of solar shading during peak daytime consumption can cause curtailments or a demand shortage. The spot market fixes some of these short term imbalances, but what if you have a day in the future where you know there will be a sustained demand increase? The short term spot market wasn't designed to handle that, and that's where a day ahead market can help solve that kind of a problem. For example, let's say there's a major event in a place like San Francisco or Los Angeles, like a Super Bowl or World Series game. This creates a discrete power demand that can be predicted in advance. If you know or can reasonably estimate when events like that will happen in the future, utility companies can go to the power producers and ask for more power to be supplied during that kind of a time frame. This is referred to as a futures market or day ahead market because the spike in demand is known in advance as opposed to a fluctuation in weather causing a short term spike or drop in that supply. Regions which only have a spot market but not a day ahead market often end up passing cost spikes on to customers or industrial power buyers who are not already on a fixed price contract. That can make your electricity price skyrocket on days where there's a lot of rain or other unplanned events, such as unexpected maintenance on a wind farm or a solar facility, which constrains supply. By being able to leverage the day ahead market, companies can achieve long term stability and hedge against electricity price spikes. A retail energy supplier might purchase futures contracts or enter into a forward agreement with a trading company in order to offset its spot risk. Electric generators also utilize forward contracts to secure favorable prices for their generation. If the generator were simply to rely on the spot market, it could lose substantial amounts of money when prices are too low to earn a profit. In the United States, many of the regional ISOs, such as the Southwest Power Pool, have both a short term imbalance market and also a day ahead market. In the Western USA, 22 ISOs, or power generation companies, already participate in what's called the Western Energy Imbalance Market, or the WEIM, which has existed for more than 10 years. Since it was launched, the WEIM has delivered more than $7.8 billion in cumulative benefits to consumers by facilitating energy trading amongst the utility companies and the generators that are not necessarily physically connected. Now, as we approach 2026, CAISO, which is the California ISO, has led an initiative to establish what they call the Extended Day Ahead Market, or EDAM for short. They've got PacifiCorp and Portland General Electric entering that market next year already. The Imperial Irrigation District, the Public Service Company of New Mexico, the Turlock Irrigation District, Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, and the Balancing Authority of Northern California are also all planning to join this new EDAM by the end of 2028. Portland General Electric has more than a gigawatt of wind and solar to offer into the market, and PacifiCorp has more than 1.2 gigawatts that could be fed into this market as well. In California alone, CAISO estimates that 64% of solar curtailments would be avoided, and 61% of wind energy curtailments would be avoided just by having this EDAM market. That translates into more than $1 billion in annual savings versus the WEIM imbalance market, the spot market. If that's not enough to get you excited, then I really don't know what will. We'll see what comes of this new market and how many more regional power generators sign on, particularly out of the 22 who already participate in the spot market. Thank you for joining me this week. I'm Philip Totaro, and this has been your weekly dose of truth to power. Follow us on IntelStor's YouTube channel as well as your favorite audio platforms. And visit www.intelstor.com to join more than 200,000 subscribers to our renewable energy data solutions. A full analysis of the renewable energy market in the USA and the rest of the world is available to subscribers. And you can register today for the next Wind Summit event in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Visit www.windsummit.org and join hundreds of your industry colleagues to discuss the latest trends in O&M. We hope to see you there.